Today, we'll show you 9 mistakes that we see wingers make a lot. And then we'll show you how to fix them. But you know what isn't a mistake? Downloading OneFootball. Because our sponsor is the best app for keeping up to date with football scores, football news, as well as statistics and analysis, making it the best place to stay up to date with the Club World Cup. And the reason I know this is because I actually use this app every day. Like, for real, this is the app that I use. So go download OneFootball for free by clicking the link in the description. You're watching All Attack.
Looking at the ball. When dribbling a defender, less skilled players have a tendency to look at the ball while they're dribbling. But the problem is, that makes it difficult to see the defender when they move to make a tackle. So that's why, when dribbling, most good wingers will look at the defender's legs, because that allows them to focus on the defender's movements, while still seeing the ball in their peripheral vision. Not having your arm ready. When you're dribbling past a defender, if you're not ready to fight the defender with your arm, it probably won't end well. Because the reality is, when a defender is getting beat, they're gonna push and hold you as much as they can. And a little pushing and holding usually isn't a foul. And so that's why you need to keep your arm ready. And then you can use your palm and your forearm to fend off any attack. Too many skill moves.
Look, a nice skill move can work and can certainly be useful. But there are some wingers who overdo it. It's like they have a checklist of how many different fancy skills they can pull off in the same game. But here's the thing. In reality, most of the time players beat someone, it's with simple skills. Things like a quick cut with speed, a quick step over, a feint, a little inside out. And so, while I don't hate trying a cool skill if the time is right, just know that most of the time simple skills are the most effective.
Dribbling too close. When you're dribbling at a defender with speed, there's always the possibility they could reach out and get the ball. And so that's why it's important to remember that every defender has this sort of circle around them. And within this area, they could potentially reach the ball. And so that's why, when you're dribbling at them with pace, generally, you want to cut before you enter that area, and cut wide enough that they won't be able to reach the ball. Being one-dimensional. There are some wingers who, every time they get the ball, basically do the same thing. For some, this might be always pushing the ball past the defender toward the goal line. For others, this might be always trying to cut in and shoot. But the problem with this is, it makes you predictable. It lets the defender cheat one direction, because they know what you're going to do. And so, while it's okay to have preferences, most good wingers have both the ability to cut inside and shoot, and go down the line and put in a cross. Blind crosses. Many young wingers have the ability to work the space for a cross, but once they get there, just cross it blindly without looking. And as you may suspect, most of these crosses aren't going to be very accurate. So that's why, if you have time, it's important to get your head up and look for the teammate you want to hit. Because if you do, you're going to have a much better chance of creating a goal-scoring opportunity for your team. The cross shot.
Sometimes, when wingers are in a position where they could either cross or shoot, they get stuck between the two and end up hitting a sort of cross shot, where the ball goes between your teammate and the far corner. But the problem with the cross shot is, most of the time the ball is too hard for a teammate to get to, but at the same time, not going in the goal. And so the keeper just leaves it and it goes out of play. So that's why, when you're in these situations, it's important to make a strong decision. Either shoot or cross. Because that will give you the best chance of doing one of those things properly.
Receiving the ball with your back turned. When you're on the wing and you're checking in to receive a pass from a teammate, some wingers will move toward the ball with their back facing the rest of the wing, which makes it difficult for them to see what's behind them. And so that's why, if you can, you should move wider and turn your body so that you can see the rest of the field. Or if that's blocked, move inside and receive the ball on the half turn. Because these movements will allow you to see more of the field and make it easier to take the ball forward. Of course, sometimes you'll still have to receive the ball with the defender on your back. But in general, it's easier if you don't. Being scared to take on the defender.
Look, I get it. Taking a player on the dribble is a risk, because there's always a chance you might lose the ball. But the reality is, to be considered a great winger, you have to be able to beat someone 1v1, or at least be able to make a little space for a crosser shot. And so that's why, if you want to be a better winger, you have to try. You have to go at defenders. You have to be willing to fail. And maybe at first, that's just against a friend at a park or in a pickup game. But in the end, dribbling defenders is like anything else. If you never do it, you'll never get better. All right, everybody, we hope you liked that video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up right down there. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And if you haven't already, check out our other videos if you want to learn more about football.